So what we have seen that n mu and nu d nu is the number of mode or number of waves in a very simple way between frequency nu to nu plus d nu in a one dimension is equal to 2a by c into d nu. And they realize in this method, they also take account the polarization into the calculation. Why? Because they say that that electromagnetic field can be left polarized as well as right polarized. So they assume that left polarized is one another wave and right polarized is another wave. So number of wave will be increase. So we can assume that there are, and for this particular polarization, we have tried to multiply it by the sum factor, that is 2. So this particular value is given as 4a upon c d nu. So this is in one dimension. In one dimension. Now, but actual thing is very different. What we have assumed that if our radiation is in confined into three-dimensional box. So they are confined into three-dimensional box of, let's say we are taking that cubical box. So we have taken this one is just a cubical box. So this is confined into this particular box of length A. So A cube is the volume. And now we just want to calculate what will be the density of this particular wave inside this particular cubical box. So this is the real challenge. So the realistically, that before that we have Maxwell relation, and from this Maxwell relation we have that electric field. We can calculate the nature of electric field. Del square E is equal to 1 upon C square del square E upon del T square. The classical electric field can be represented by this particular, you can write this is a vector thing. So electric field, this can be represented by this particular wave equation. And so this is typically wave equation. So if this is wave equation, I can say that electric field will just behave like E naught e to the power I k dot r minus omega t. So this is the nature of electric field into three dimension. K dot k is the wave vector into three dimension. So what we have, this equation must be satisfy this particular equation. Then what we have, we get the dispersion relation. And once we will get this particular dispersion relation, what we can get mod k square is equal to omega square c square. So this is the dispersion relation. And what is this mod k? K is the wave vector. K is the wave vector. We can write kxi plus kyj plus kzk. So this is the wave vector. So we can just go for using this relationship. Then we can write kx square plus ky square plus kz square is equal to omega square, and this can be written as 2 pi nu upon c whole square. Obviously this is just behaving like as a sphere. If we can assume kx, ky and kz are the three direction, or then these are the nothing but the equation of particularly a sphere. Now kx, ky, kz are independent. They are independent. What is meaning of that? We can independently calculate kx, we can independently calculate ky, we can independently calculate kz as we have calculated in the one dimension. So for this one dimension, but before that we will just write in term of lambda. So this will be 2 pi upon lambda x whole square. I can use this will be 2 pi upon lambda y whole square plus 2 pi upon lambda z whole square is equal to 2 pi nu upon c whole square. So 2 pi square can be cancel out. So I am just removing all this part such that we can use all this space for the calculation. So this 2 pi square is gone. Now lambda x, lambda y, lambda z can be represented in term of nx, ny, nz as we have done into one dimension. So this is the trick, because they are independent. The kx, ky, kz are independent, but there we are using the only one discrete variable, that is n. But here we have, hence nx, ny, nz are different. So we are just using sorry, lambda x, lambda y, lambda z are different. So we are using nx, ny, nz associated number with the lambda x, lambda y, lambda z. So I can write lambda x is nothing but 2a upon nx, and lambda y will nothing but 2a upon ny. Lambda z is nothing but 2a upon nz. And what is nx? Nx can we go from 1 to 3 and 4, and y will we also go from. So from here we can write nx will be 1, 2, 3 and so forth, and y is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so forth. Similarly, nz is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so forth. And so we can put it here. So if we are putting it here, everything, so 2 pi square is cancel out in this equation, and we can nx, ny, nz will we go at the denominator, and we have 2a square will we just go to the 4a square onto that side. So I am just writing all about this is nx square plus ny square plus nz square is equal to basically nu upon c into 2a whole square. So this is all about the equation we can get, and nx, ny, nz is all about discrete in nature. Now we have used this dispersion relation, and so let's do a trick. What we are going to do, we are just going to find, suppose we are taking this kind of situation. So this is my x, this is my y, this is my z. On x we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Similarly on y we have 1, 2, 3. This will be ny, this is nx. Similarly for z, this will be 1, 2, 3 and so on. What we want, we just want to know what will be the possible number of waves between frequency nu to nu plus d nu. We have just experiencing that possible number of waves is nothing but the counting the number of nx, ny, nz. What are the possible values of nx, ny, nz between nu to nu plus d nu? If we are able to count that, we can easily count this thing. So if we have this particular relationship, and we can see this is the wonderful equation. If I assume nx is along one axis, ny is along another axis, nz is along another axis, and three perpendicular axes we have, then this is nothing but the equation of a sphere. We have equation of a sphere as we are assuming that nx, ny, nz are the three coordinates, and this is abstract. This is abstract. This is that's only mathematical tricks we are using here. Now, so if we are calculating the possible number of volume, so this is nothing. So if we are saying, and what will be radius? The radius is very interesting. This is the radius. This radius is 2a nu upon c. This is the radius. So what is meaning of that? We are just want to calculate, this is the radius of a sphere, of the volume of this particular sphere between nu to nu plus d nu. Means if we are able to calculate what will be volume behind this particular cell, we can easily calculate how many number of possible nx, ny, nz are there because of this particular relationship. So we are just playing a trick. So calculating nx, ny, nz is actually calculating number of waves, number of modes. And further you will just see in the quantum mechanics, we will use number of state. So now, so obviously we are just going to calculate this particular volume. So volume is this dn is nothing, but we can say 4 pi r square dr. And this dn is again written as n nu d nu, that is 4 pi r square is this one. So we can use 2a upon c nu whole square d nu. We can just dr is nothing. This is r actually. This is r. So this is r. So don't confuse with nu and r. So this is r. Okay. So this is r radius. This is nu. So dr can be written as 2a upon c d nu. So now we have wonderful calculation. So this is the total volume, But so what will be this particular total volume? So this is 4 pi upon c cube. C cube is there, and 2 square. So that is 4, and 2 here is 2, and there is a cube, and we have nu square d nu. So this is the thing. But the trick is that nx, ny, nz are always positive. So if they are always positive, we are just talking about only one quadrant. So if we are talking about only one quadrant, means the volume is just 1 by 8 of all this thing. So volume is just 1 by 8. So we have to, hence nx, ny, nz are the positive number. So we can use here. So we are just going to use all, removing all this part. So what we have basically nx, ny, nz are the positive number. So we are just using that nx, ny, nz is only positive number because they are the allowed value. So now we can just divide the actual number of mode or actual number of wave or actual number of state is all about 1 upon 8, and this will be 4 pi upon c cube. 4 into 2 is 8, and this will be a cube and nu square d nu. Then this will be cancel out. So we have n nu d nu is equal to 4 pi. So this will be 4 pi upon c cube and nu square a cube d nu, and a cube is the volume. So a cube is the volume. Now again we are using the practical thing that that electromagnetic wave have polarization also. They can be left polarized, they can be right polarized. So why we can multiply it by number 2. So this is 2 due to polarization. Due to polarization. Polarization. Due to polarization. So we are using this due to polarization. So we have n nu d nu is equal to, basically we can calculate, that will be all about 8 pi upon c cube nu square d nu into volume. A cube is the volume. So whatever be the volume of box, either it will be remain in this cubical box, so this will be particular volume. So we have, if we are dividing this volume here, then this will be identified as density, number density, volume. So this will be rho nu. D nu is all about 8 pi c cube nu square d nu. So this is the number of uh, volume density, or just this is tell, you can say that the density between uh, frequency nu plus d nu means this will tell you number per unit volume between frequency nu to nu plus d nu is proportional to nu square. So this is the wonderful calculation done by this to explain black body radiation. And the next version is just they are using this particular from the Maxwell Boltzmann relationship, and then they will just try to explain the nature of black body radiation. So that thing we will do into next class. So next class I will start from here. We will just use this relation and we will see how this can be, how this particular relationship can be used to determine energy or intensity of black body radiation, and we will see how much strong these are, or what is the limitation behind all this particular calculation. So we will discuss all other thing into next class. So we will start from this particular expression. So I will just tell you that just go and do it for the 2 dimension. This is very interesting when you are going to do this for the 2 dimension. How we can approach all this stuff for the 2 dimension means, you can assuming hypothetically, you can assume that your wave is confined into 2 dimension, and how you can find this particular frequency density, or you can say wave density. If I am taking about frequency density, means I am talking about wave density, I am talking about modes, I am talking about the states. These all are the more or less synonymous terms into next version of physics, that is known as classical mechanics. So this is the very strong intuition is there to how we can discretize our frequency, and from there people think that discreteness is the one of the fundamental property at the microscopic level. We will try to understand each and everything into the next classes, and obviously into the quantum mechanics. Okay, thank you.